President Trump stumping there for Rosendale. It's a big focus there of the Senate race. Many are calling it Trump versus Tester, the current senator there. I want to bring in Sally Mauk. She joins me now from Missoula. She's the host for Montana Public Radio's weekly political analysis program, Campaign Beat. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, we saw President Trump making that immigration push as he's been making at just about every campaign stop. I want to play for you some of what he had to say.
The Democrats only believe in defending the borders of foreign countries. They don't want to defend our border, but of foreign countries, that's fine. And we're straightening that whole mess out, too. It's happening fast. Republicans believe we must defend our borders. We have to defend the borders of our country. And that country is a country that we love, the United States of America.
Sally, how big of an issue is immigration in Montana?
Well, it is a big issue with his base. There's no question about that. I think that for the majority of Montanans, they want secure borders, as the president does. I'm not as convinced as he is that Montanans think Jon Tester is not for that as well. Senator Tester has also come out in favor of secure borders. He's certainly not ever said that he thinks people should be able to come in who are a threat to the country or that kind of thing. So it's a little bit of hard to know if Montanans agree with the president that this is something that their particular senator, Jon Tester, is against.
Sally, we saw a lot of Trump signs. We saw a lot of Make America Great signs, not many for the Senate candidate, Matt Rosendale, who he's stumping for. Was this a big deal? You know, any reason why we didn't see much signage for him?
Well, I think this is definitely Jon Tester versus Donald Trump in this election, as opposed to Jon Tester versus Matt Rosendale. I think if he was just running against Matt Rosendale, he'd feel a lot better about his race. But he is running against the president. Matt Rosendale recognizes that, embraces that, and President Trump embraces that. He has this personal grudge against Senator Tester, and he freely admits that's why he's been to Montana 4 times in the last 4 months, something unprecedented for presidential visits to Montana. And I think that Senator Tester knows that as well, and he's trying to make the race more local, trying to make it a race against Matt Rosendale, but it's not. It's Senator Tester versus Donald Trump.
I mean, it's pretty remarkable. 4 times to Montana in just the past few months. According to a Montana State University Billings poll, this was last month, Democratic Senator Jon Tester still holds a very sizable lead over his challenger. Why do you think it is that the president's making such a big push here? Is it because of that personal vendetta with Tester?
I believe the president when he says that, and he said that the last time he was in Montana, that he's not really worried about keeping the Senate in Republican hands, but he's come to Montana because he is unhappy with what Senator Tester did in terms of Ronnie Jackson not getting the nomination to be the head of the VA. He can't let go of that, and he's been very vocal about that. Certainly he would like to flip the seat, but it's probably true that Republicans, as the president, I think, also believes, will keep control of the Senate. I think he's been here this many times because he really, really, really wants Senator Tester not to be reelected.
There was an interesting turn of events this week when the Libertarian candidate Rick Breckenridge told reporters that he's actually going to be endorsing Matt Rosendale. Do you think that might make any difference?
It's hard to say. Mr. Breckenridge kind of went back on that, saying, you know, I'm still on the ballot and I do still want you to vote for me. And then he said, but I endorse Matt Rosendale. So I think most voters would be quite confused about that. I'm confused about that. And also his name is still on the ballot. And a few thousand votes here and there, a few thousand votes for a Libertarian candidate could be a factor in this race. I don't think Mr. Rosendale can be all that confident that Libertarians are going to vote for him versus the Libertarian name they see on the ballot.
Sally Mauk, grateful you can join us for your perspective on Montana politics.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We've got much more news ahead. You're streaming CBSN.